So China alone is generating 26 million tons every year, and if you actually do the math, it's 11,400 buses filled to the brim of textile waste every single day.
Every single day? Hey tribe, Stephanie Dixon here with Green is a New Black TV, your guide to conscious living. Today we are in Hong Kong and I'm super excited because we are speaking with Michelle Bang, CEO and co-founder of BYT. Michelle, great to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your story and how you got started with BYT.
I was the chief operating officer. I took a look at the strategy and operations of Redress and I managed a team, and together with Christina, we started crystallizing the ideas of what Redress was going to be in the future, how they were going to really utilize and leverage their original content that they're really unique for. And out of that came BYT, which is a sustainable fashion brand and social impact business, which really crystallizes everything that Redress has been preaching for the past 10 years.
Okay, so walk us through, what is that?
So BYT, we actually basically rescue waste materials, and I say waste in a very loose term because they're surplus, new, used, unused fabric that are coming from luxury brand houses. So once we rescue the materials, and that's anything from fabrics to zippers to yarns to everything that goes into the product, we have a team of talented designers that are EcoChic Design Award winners, and they figure out how to make it into a gorgeous, beautiful product. What we like to say is we are a triple impact model. We have positive impacts on the environment because we're actually using materials and reinvigorating the value of what that waste would have been and putting that into production, and we're designing around existing materials as opposed to creating something new. And then on the social end, we actually partner with social enterprises and we help a number of different causes, including women who are affected by human trafficking, men who have been formerly imprisoned. There's a t-shirt program that I'm currently working on, and it goes back to microfinancing with farmers who are learning how to grow organic cotton, and helping their rural villages. So there's a number of different ways that we can help on the social end. We also help to provide a platform for budding designers and artists, because I think Redress over the past 10 years, they've done a really amazing job transforming the mindsets of this new generation, and they really focus on designers with less than 3 years of experience, and where do they go from there? So BYT is creating that platform for them to nurture their careers. So I would say that it's much more than a sustainable fashion brand. We're creating an ecosystem together with Redress in order to educate. I think a lot of Asian customers actually don't know what the stats are in the sustainable fashion industry. So, fashion and textiles is the #2 polluter behind oil, that it's the #2 polluter of clean water behind agriculture. A lot of people are actually quite shocked. They're not really aware of what's happening in fashion. They see the surface of it, but not what's going behind the scenes. So China alone is generating 26 million tons every year, and if you actually do the math, it's 11,400 buses filled to the brim of textile waste every single day.
Every single day?
Every day.
That's terrifying.
So the urgency for change is now, and it's really just addressing those issues and putting sustainable fashion on par with other social impact issues across the world.
Absolutely, and I think what's really incredible is that you are creating an ecosystem. So what you're doing, which is amazing, is actually creating systematic change, because you're affecting all the different systems and all the different players and pieces along the way. And I think that's really inspiring, and that's where we're going to see incredible change. So it's amazing that this is accumulated like this. So I think, on a more simple basis, what is it that really gets you out of bed every day?
I absolutely love fashion. I think it's really fun. I think it's an individual way to express yourself. And I think when I was a buyer, my job was really to follow trends, and I thought it was really fun to go to the fashion shows, it was really exciting. And I got to cover a lot of different categories I really was not cognizant about until I met Christina and was in touch with Redress, was what was happening in terms of the waste in fashion. And I think it really can easily be addressed, and so that's what we're trying to do with Redress together.
Yeah, I think that's incredible. I think when you hear the stats and you see how scary it really is, it's really easy to feel very overwhelmed, I think, as well. And it's amazing that you've taken it back and put all the little building blocks into place to actually make a really big change. So I guess for people watching, I mean, what are some actions that they can take? Maybe you can share with them.
Very simply, you have a wallet and you have spending power, and you can choose to buy into brands and companies that are doing things to have a positive impact in society. So that's one. Before BYT, before we have product, is I actually swap clothes. I buy secondhand. This is a secondhand Roberto Cavalli. This is something that I've been wearing since I was 14 years old. So it's just really
Amazing.
kind of being creative and mixing and matching and just seeing the possibilities of what you have, instead of buying new all the time.
And so one of our favorite questions to ask is, what would Mother Nature say if she could speak right now?
I think she would be smiling at the progress that we're making, and I think we're moving that conversation as well into Asia, so I think she would be really happy about the progress.
Great, I like it. It's a positive answer. Well, thank you so much for sharing all your amazing wedges of wisdom with us, and thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today so you can live more consciously tomorrow.